Hey there, all you belly dance fans. I am Sahira and this is Lola, and welcome to Belly Dance Conversations. So today's conversation is dedicated to all of you out there who are struggling to find time with your belly dance practice at home. This has been inspired by some recent conversations through the Belly Dance Bundle and finding your own personal practice, as well as this incredible book I just finished reading called The Accidental Creative by Todd Henry. Both of these kind of converged at the same time and really got me thinking about an idea that has given me pause and transformed the way I think about the obstacles in my life. And I'm hoping that this can be an invitation to you to think a little bit differently about the obstacles in your life as well. Life is an incredibly busy endeavor. I haven't met a single person who has ever claimed to not be very busy, right? And honestly, my new mantra, because I'm kind of tired of the busy thing, I'm tired of feeling rushed and harried and busy. So I have decided to no longer call myself busy in an effort to perhaps talk my way out of feeling busy, right? The way we label things and the way we think about things very much directs the way we feel about them and the reality that we experience. So I invite you to do the same, to try not to sound too busy or to be too busy. It's not a busy contest, right? But the reality is that we only have 24 hours in a day, and there are so many things we want to do with it. And for those of you who are not blessed to have dance as a career, and I realize I am kind of the luckiest person on the planet to get to dedicate my life to this. If you are in a place where you have a different full-time job or a different part-time job, or you are a full-time parent and you cannot find the time to dedicate to your dance like you would like to, this is for you. So I just finished reading this book, The Accidental Creative, and I had a light bulb moment. I was washing the dishes. It's one of those you'll always remember where you were. I was washing the dishes and all of a sudden I was crying and I couldn't figure out why. And so I had to rewind the book a bit because I was like processing it without even thinking about it. So I rewound the book a bit and I listened to it again, and there was a story that was being told. And this is a very, very common story of a man who had a regular 8 to 6 job. They're not 9 to 5 jobs anymore. They're 8 to 6 and beyond in the corporate culture. But he also had a side gig. He had a thing he was dedicating himself to that was his creative endeavor, that was his lifeblood, that was his baby that he wanted to do full time. And so fast forward many years, and he's finally stocked away enough money that he feels comfortable quitting his day job and dedicating himself to his personal passion full time, which is a dream come true, right? So he quits his job, he starts working full time in his passion subject, and it's awesome. The first several months are amazing. He's over the moon, he's having so much fun, he's creating, he's, expanding, he's starting to really dig into this thing that has been his sort of side hustle for such a long time. And then something happens. He starts to lose steam. Right? He starts to slow down, the creativity stops flowing, he starts to find himself sort of mentally blocked from his creative fountain, and his job, his passion, his new job starts to become a bit of a drag. And he starts not enjoying it nearly as much, and it starts to become a stressor in his life, and he doesn't know what to do, right? Like years and years of dream all of a sudden become this like not so beautiful reality. And the realization, sort of the lesson behind this, and the book goes on to talk about, how to hopefully avoid this odd creative burnout that can happen. The lesson behind this is oftentimes the things that are in our way, the things that are obstacles to what we would rather be doing, are the exact things that push us to do it with such fervor. Does that make sense? So the thing that you think is standing in your way, if you could just not have to have that 8 to 6 job, if you just didn't have to, take care of your 5 kids, if you just didn't have to travel so much for work, you would be able to XYZ, in this case, let's say, find time for your dance practice. Sometimes it's that thing that drives you to fit in your passion in all the little nooks and crannies that you can find. So example, this is my story, and this is why it hit so hard for me when I heard it. I have a daughter, she's now 5. The first 2 or 3 years of her life were some of the hardest years of my life. And any of you with children can probably relate. So let's just be honest with each other here. It was freaking hard for so many reasons. I think sleep deprivation is probably the number one reason. But there was so little time for myself. My job, I'm blessed to be a work from home mom. And when I was home, she was home with me, right? So like work, i.e. dance, wasn't really happening. And I kept thinking, gosh, if I just had some more time, gosh, if I, maybe if I put her into daycare, or gosh, if I had more help, or gosh, if I didn't have this child, how much dancing could I be doing right now, right? Which is one of those, it's a tough place to be, and it's an ugly, mental process. And as mothers and as parents, I think we can easily find guilt in everything we think. And so that was definitely one of those that drove me to feel great guilt over time. And as things have changed and progressed, and obviously now it's a different place, and she's in school, and I'm getting back to my work, and I'm really having the opportunity to dive deep into my business and into my dance again, I kind of started to look at how that experience has made me the ridiculously productive person that I am today. And any of you who are parents, especially any of you who stay home with kids, you know this, right? Like what you can do in 30 minutes uninterrupted is amazing versus pre-child. Those 3 years of not having hardly any moments to myself have really allowed me to get rid of the extra, get rid of the things that aren't truly important, and focus in on the things that are. So I would like to invite you to think about your obstacles in this way. Can you think about something that feels to you like an impediment to where you would like your life to be? Something that if you could just get rid of it, or you didn't have to do it, or if it wasn't necessary, things would be so much better, right? Can you see those obstacles as something that is giving you the drive and the passion and that extra fire to get to where you want to be? Is that a possibility? Can you change your mindset around what is stopping you to see it as something that is inspiring you? Mindset for me is everything. And the way we think about our reality affects not only the way our reality is colored, but our actual physical, real reality. That which you focus on, you get more of. So why not focus on the positive? That which is wrong is always available. So is what is right, right? Can you focus on that and find empowerment through your circumstances to squeeze in 10 minutes of practice while you wash the dishes? I do this all the time. 3 minutes of practice while you brush your teeth. I tell my students to do that constantly. Yes. Can you find those little moments? The grocery store is a fantastic practice moment, especially for traveling triplet shimmies, in my opinion. So can you find those moments? Can you squeeze? Can you eke out the juice of every moment of life and find what you are looking for? I think that the answer is yes. I want to know what is getting in the way of your dance. What is stopping you from taking a little time in front of that mirror in your bathroom and doing some practice? What is it that draws you away from the things you are passionate about? Comment below and let me know. Let's continue the conversation. Alternatively, you can email me at sahira@sahirabellydances.com. I want to hear from you. Let me know what is stopping you from your dance, and let's find a way to make time for the things that you love.